I'm a mom of 3. Most of the days are filled with sippy cups, laundry mountains, and stepping on lots of tiny Legos. And for the longest time, I told myself that this was my whole world. And honestly, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. But somewhere deep down, I had a dream tucked away. A dream to do something big, something bold, something for me. So I signed up for a triathlon. It sounded crazy at first, trust me. What was I thinking? I mean, when was I going to train? Between diaper changes, snacks every 5 minutes, and trying to keep the house from looking like a tornado hit it? Who has time to swim, bike, and run? But I decided that if I wanted to wait for the perfect time for me to do a triathlon, it just was never gonna happen. So I started small. Early mornings before the kids woke up, nap time runs, late nights workouts in the living room floor. It wasn't glamorous at all. Some days were tough. There were moments when I was exhausted, sore, and wondering why I ever thought this was a good idea to begin with. But with every mile, I felt stronger. Every training session reminded me that I am not just a mom. I'm also a woman with goals, grit, and more strength than I give myself credit for. So come along with me on this wild adventure of achieving my first triathlon. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Good morning. It is Sunday, currently 7 o'clock in the morning, and we are going for our first open swim training. I am nervous. This is my first time swimming out in the ocean in the deep blue sea for a long period of time. So I'm a little nervous. I am also testing some breakfast before the race. We're doing some bagels with cream cheese. I didn't have time for a oatmeal. I would have preferred to have an oatmeal, so I gotta really wake up earlier and get that oatmeal done. But bagels was one of the options, so let's see how my body responds. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to really just test your fueling leading up to this race, and we're starting with breakfast, so hopefully it'll be okay. It is cold, so I'm a little worried about that because it's pretty cold, man. It's currently 69 degrees, which as a Floridian, that's pretty cold. Is that even accurate? I don't think that's accurate. Sometimes the car, oh yeah, no, it's dipping. It's not 69 degrees. Oh yeah, it's dipping. It's cold, you guys. I have a big sweater, and yesterday we went to the beach. It was chilly and the water was cold. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, it says it's 65 degrees. A great morning to wake up into the ocean. Oh no, it's still dipping. I'll let you guys know what the weather is. We are training down in St. Pete, so I am on my way. It is quite a drive from my house, so hopefully we make it there on time. It starts at 8. Now I'm really curious to see, because this thermometer keeps dipping, y'all. Of course, it's like cold right now. It hasn't been cold, and then we get like this cold front. Oh my god, it's 55 degrees. Oh, shoot. Now I understand why people wear wetsuits. 55 degrees. Oh my god. Wish me luck. All right, we are here. I'm a little nervous. My introvert self has to talk to people, and it's really early. But we're gonna go learn some things. So you can kind of see the buoys out there. I think that's where we have to swim. And then maybe you go out through here. Oh man, this is gonna be a learning curve. I'm so nervous. You see all the people over there. There's so many people already here. I'm waiting for my friends to get here. I have 2 friends doing this with me, and we'll see how this goes.
but I'm scared. Really scared.
I don't know, you guys. This is all getting too real. So I'm a little scared, but this is what this whole thing was about, right? Just pushing ourselves and getting ourselves out there, doing something wild, something for ourselves. And I just have to remind myself that this is what it's all about. Do I look like a swimmer? Because I definitely do not feel like one. But this was really cool. There's a guy who actually organizes this, and he had an experience where a lady drowned. And so he asked her like what caused her to like drown and almost die. Luckily he saved her because he was one of the people on the paddle boats. And she said that she had never done open water and it was just too overwhelming. The anxiety, never practicing in the ocean. Like it was just a perfect concoction for you to just spiral out of control. And he said that that's why he started doing these clinics, so that people can actually get the experience and figure out whether or not this is something that they can actually do. And for anyone who's never done it before, he said to like wait on the side and he'll like give you tips and kind of coach you through it before you actually get in the water. And I think that's what I'm gonna do because I've never done this. Like I've been swimming in a pool. It's a pretty big distance too. Like when you actually see it, it's wild. So I just wanna make sure that I get all the tips I can get before I lunge myself in there.
So we have to go from that buoy, I believe, all the way down to that orange buoy right down there. And that, my friends, is a long way. I mean, when you look at it in perspective, it's kind of crazy. They do have people in paddle boards. So as you can see, they're gonna be spotting us. People do have buoys as well. I wish I would have bought one. I had it in my cart and then I never bought it, but it's okay. We'll see how this goes.
We came and we conquered. Wow, that was an experience. I was so nervous, you guys. Once my two friends got here though, I felt so much better. And then it was cool because there's this guy named Leo who does basically little mini swim lessons before you actually go out there if you are new to this. And so he's like, anyone who's doing this for the first time or just wants tips on swimming, come with me. Of course we went with him, and he made us swim 30 strokes so that he can just see us, and then he made us do individual swims so he can like really, you know, fine tune our swim technique. And luckily I actually was pretty good shape. He said I swam really well. I did have a question about, you know, breathing from my right side, no, my left side, because I tend to breathe from my right. And once you see how big that ocean is, you come to realize you need to really like work both sides. And so I asked him like tips on like how to breathe better on this side. He gave me some pointers, and then he made us go to the first buoy, back around, rest, give us pointers, and then the last bit we did from buoy all the way down to the orange buoy, from the first buoy to the orange buoy. And that took me 11 minutes and 48 seconds, you guys. I am so proud of myself. Like, I've been working hard on this, and the fact that I managed to do that without stopping, granted, was amazing. It's an amazing feeling. One thing I will say is that this experience was awesome because you do swim with other people and people are gonna cross you. I got splashed in the face. I drank water. I mean, it was just that whole experience of swimming with other people as well that you get accustomed to. It's not a surprise the day of the actual race. So I definitely recommend, if you are doing any triathlon, try to swim in a group of people. Go on Facebook, find a group. I found another group that does swims as well. They're out there. Search for them and do them, because one thing is swimming by yourself and one thing is swimming with other people. The first time there were a lot of people around me swimming when I went out here. It was difficult. It was challenging. The second time there wasn't a lot of people. So obviously it was much easier because I wasn't getting splashed, kicked, hit, you know. So it's all a learning curve and how you respond to those. There were people out there who have never done this before, started swimming and then panicked and just went inland again because they realized, wow, it's a whole different ballgame swimming in open water where you can't see, it's murky, it's wavy, there's people. So you never know how you're going to respond to the water portion. Luckily, there are people in canoes, paddleboarding who are keeping an eye, and that alone is huge because you feel better. People did have buoys as well. I do recommend buoys if you know you're not a strong swimmer. I'm not gonna lie, the first time that I went from the first buoy to the second, I was having a little bit of a panic because, like I said, I was being kicked, I was being splashed in the face, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is much more difficult. So it's harder for me to like get my mind together and like get my body together because you're so used to just swimming in a rhythm that when you have all those elements in place, your rhythm is like thrown off completely. So I'm glad I came. I'm so glad. And he has one more. He's been doing, I think, 3 weeks out every weekend. He has one more next weekend. I'm for sure coming because I do feel like I need to work on my sighting. I tend to veer a little bit and we need to correct that. But things are gonna look good. I think this is gonna be an awesome race. I really, truly do think so. Hello, everyone. Today is another swim session and I am so sick. My son was sick this week and then the whole house came down with the plague. I have quite a bit of cough, still a little nasally. It's really kicking my butt, as you can hear. So I don't know if I'm gonna swim a whole lot. We have 1 week left and of course I get sick the week before. So this is definitely not ideal timing, but we're gonna try to make the most of this. We came out to Clearwater Beach. There's a group of ladies who actually train out here and I'm going to be joining them because I'm gonna try to get some tips on how to actually get into the water without raising my heart rate too fast. Because last weekend, we really just trained the distance and, you know, spotting, skills like that. So this time we're gonna try to learn how to get in the water. How it works, meet some ladies who are triathletes here in the Tampa Bay area. I found this group via Facebook. I joined the Tampa Bay Triathletes Facebook group, and then from there I found this group. And they're the Tampa Babes group, and it's a bunch of women who are so nice and helpful on this whole new journey of being a triathlete. So we're gonna go ahead and join them. Let's go get started. I'm so mad that I'm sick though, like unbelievably mad. I was sick, I managed to have my longest swim meet. I was able to swim for about 18 minutes straight without stopping, which is a huge accomplishment. And to top it off, dolphins showed up and made it a magically lucky morning. The day came where it was finally time to drop off our bike the day before the triathlon. And my nerves were on high this day. It was so surreal seeing all of these bikes, knowing that around 3,000 people were going to be doing this triathlon. I was so excited. I made sure to just take it all in and try not to get too nervous. It's official. We're gonna make it happen tomorrow.
After setting up the bike, I then went to the pier and just took a look at what the swim course was going to look like and mentally prepare myself for it. Today, it is officially the day before the triathlon, and we gotta get ready, my friends. We have officially gotten our little triathlon bag. As you saw, we had to go down to St. Pete and drop off the bike. It was really cool to see just so many bikes ready for tomorrow's triathlon. It was a little surreal seeing it happen, just, I don't know, like being set up for it. And they had obviously a huge kind of like fence around the area so that no one takes the bikes. They lock them overnight, and there was just so many. I mean, it was kind of wild to see all those bikes. And I also got to kind of like walk around a little bit to get an idea of exactly where we have to run to get to the bike, so the transition that has to happen, and also just kind of see where the bikes exit from that bike lot. Now, inside this little goodie bag, they gave us several things. This is our little packet. My number is 3910, and if you hear noise in the background, I'm so sorry, but you know, this is real life. We got stuff going on here. But anyways, inside we have here my official bib. Oh, look at that! I love the colors. They look so cool. We are also going to be wearing a green cap. They are doing a chip race number as well, so we have to put this on our left foot, I believe. And then we had a sticker that we placed on our bike, and this one is gonna go on my helmet, which I need to go get and find. So that's gonna go on that. And then they also gave you a wristband for 21 and over. At the end, you get one beer, I believe, to celebrate. So they also give you that. They also give you one shirt. So this is what the 2025 Sprint Triathlon shirt looks like. It's so cute. Might wear this for after. And then they also gave you a pair of socks. So these are the St. Anthony socks. And then just like little pamphlets of, water leaked in my bag, but this is like a pamphlet of other triathlons that are happening in the Florida area. And then this is kind of like the instructions. It has all the directions for each thing: the run, course, swim, bike, etc. And then in the very back, they also have a map of all the parking for you to have an idea of where to leave your car if you want to go check it out. But obviously they also have like rules and regulations in here, so it's very informative. You definitely want to make sure that you read this so that you don't commit any penalties whatsoever. We'll see if we do or not commit. I mean, there's so much to learn about this triathlon, but I doubt that we will. And yeah, that's basically it. So now the plan is to pack everything that we're going to need for tomorrow. I have to leave pretty early. I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's one thing I do regret. I wish I would have gotten a hotel close to the site so that I didn't have to wake up too early, and also I could drop off my stuff at the station and then go back to the hotel, because the transition area is only open, I believe, from like 5, it says it in here, 5:15 to 6:45, because at 6:45 the Olympic starts. So they're the first triathlon to go through, and then it's the sprint. So I wish I would have gotten something closer, because now I have to wake up early at 5 o'clock in the morning to make it there by like 6-ish, and then be able to just, I don't know, just chill there for like 2 hours. So that kind of sucks. But it's okay. We're gonna be cheering on other people. We're gonna be learning. It's all gonna be a really, really big learning experience. Honestly, that's essentially what's gonna happen tomorrow. So, without further ado, let's get packing. Race day came, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, my son had to be taken to the hospital with a very high fever and a non-stop cough. Needless to say, things changed. All right, we have our towel, we have our helmet with the glasses right on top. The first thing we're gonna put on is our belt. Then I gotta put on my knee bands. And last, we're going to deal with our tennis shoes. A friend told me to make sure to leave the socks in, ready to go, so you just slip them on. We are officially here. And what a morning it has been. I'm nervous. We had a very rough night. My son ended up having to go to the hospital. It was bad. So I didn't really sleep very well. But you know, we're running on adrenaline at this point. So hoping for the best. But it's a beautiful day. Happy about that. And we've trained as much as we could. It is what it is at this point. Although my husband was not able to come, I did have family cheering on the sidelines, holding up messy handmade signs, and I crossed that finish line. I did it. We did it. This wasn't just a race. It was a reminder that moms are tough. We carry babies, groceries, emotions, and sometimes triathlon gear. And if I can do it, tired and sticky with peanut butter handprints, so can you. So here's my story of pushing past fear, finding strength in the chaos, and proving to myself that it's never too late to chase a dream. And this journey was not alone. Find your people, the ones who cheer you on, challenge your fears, and stand by you as you break through limits you never thought you could. This triathlon wasn't just a race. It was proof with the right support, anything is possible. And I'm so thankful for my family and my crazy friends who pushed me to actually do this triathlon and joined me in this crazy idea of becoming a triathlete. From diapers to finish line, this tired, snack-carrying, toddler-chasing mama trained through the chaos and crossed the triathlon finish line. Every early morning, every ache, every moment I doubted myself, it was all worth it. I crossed that finish line not just as a triathlete, but as a mom who proved that even in the chaos of motherhood, there's still room to chase big, scary dreams. Obstacles that didn't stop me, pain that didn't break me, being a mom made me stronger, and this triathlon, it's just the beginning. Well, my friends, we have officially completed a triathlon. Oh my goodness, y'all, it was crazy. Let me try to find a little spot to park, and I can tell you guys the whole story, because what a story it has been. Let me start by saying that we hit our record, which was to do, not including transitions, mind you, was to do everything under 1 hour and 40 minutes. Based on my watch, I think we were able to hit it maybe 1 or 2 minutes over. I have to see on the website exactly what the times were, but we did finish close in range to what I wanted to. Now, as you saw, I have a cough. I didn't perform as well as I wanted to, and I felt like I could because, as you can see, I have a pretty gnarly cough, congestion for over a week now. And unfortunately, my son had to go to the hospital last night. I did not get any sleep. The little one woke up. He had 103.7 fever. He was very red. I mean, it was quite scary, actually. We had to put a blanket, like a wet, cold blanket on him to cool him down. And then my husband, who was supposed to come and see me do my first triathlon, had to take him to the hospital. Luckily, my mom was there to take care of the girls, and she took over monitor duties, and I was able to get maybe like 4 hours of sleep. So let's just start off there. My energy was shot. Like, it was bad, you guys. My morale was bad as well. I don't know, it kind of sucked. But I've been working so hard that I knew I had to come and do this. Like, it wasn't an option, you know? Like, everyone was being taken care of. This was my time to just really focus. But it was definitely a learning experience. Oh my goodness. I have so much that I want to train on. Especially, I think for me, the hardest part was the transition from bike to run. I knew that was going to be hard, but I didn't think it was going to be as hard as today when you add on the swim that we had to do. Wow, that was a lot. I felt like my legs were jello, and then to top it off, my leg started cramping because I didn't drink enough water yesterday, because part of what was going on with my son was that he had a horrible cough that turned kind of into like a respiratory infection. So he was taking all my water. I just kept giving it to him. So I didn't really hydrate yesterday. That was like number one mistake. Clearly, because the cramps were coming, y'all. They were not playing around when it was time to run. And then finally, when it was time to run, I had to go very slow. I mean, I think I went under 14 minutes the first mile, and then I think under 13 the second, and the last was still like under 13. But I sprinted the end, as I always do, and it was an amazing feeling. It was so nice to have family there too. I was doing it with some of my friends, but my cousin's wife was the one that really I was training with hardcore, and she had like a whole gang there. I mean, my cousin was there, my other cousin was there, her parents who know me were there, everyone was there, and it was just such uplifting to see them, especially because like my husband wasn't there, to see like your people supporting you and really like giving it your all. But this swim, surprisingly, I thought was pretty good. I did it in 13 something. I'll put the timestamps down here. I did it in less than 14 minutes, I believe, based on my watch. I'm curious to see online like what the breakdown is, because they do break it down, and they did have a time chip on the ankle, so that will really tell me like how long it took me to do each one, plus the transitions. So we'll see. I feel like I did it in about 2 hours, like shy of 2 hours, the whole thing. But that last run was gnarly. Oh my gosh. I had a really hard time just cooling and regulating my body. By that point, I was just really overheated. I was having a really hard time breathing because, as you can tell, I have like still congestion. I had phlegm in my chest. So that put a damper on like the whole experience, because I could just feel myself like not 100% right. I was still sick, I guess you could say, in a way. But we still came and we still conquered and made this happen. Will I do another one? Of course! We are already signed up, June 22nd. This is my PR. That's what's nice about the first one. It can only get better from here. So we're gonna be training some more. We're gonna swim, bike. One thing I'm definitely going to add more into the next 8 weeks, because the next one is June 22nd, is those brick workouts where you transition from one to the other. I need to add more, like 1 to 2 a week. Like, it has to happen. I don't have to do the complete thing, but my body needs to get adjusted to that, from going to swim and bike and then bike and run. So I'm going to definitely implement more of that. Strength training is definitely another one. The run was very difficult at the end because my knee gave out. So I had an incident where I fell because I was trying to save my daughter from being, you know, kids. So I hit a pothole and I fell and hit my knee pretty hard. It's still bruised, and that last half mile, it got me. It got me good. And it started throbbing. But my goal was to not stop. And that's one thing. This triathlon, my goal was to not stop in the swim, not stop obviously in the bike pedaling wise, and not stop running. Like I refused to walk the run. I refused to stop the swim. I was just like, you know what, we're going all in here. And I was able to do it all, just at a slow pace, but that's okay. My goal was to just not stop, because if I were to stop, it would just be game over. Like, I could not stop. I had to run. Like, I had to swim through. It's only gonna make it better from here on out. It was awesome. I'm part of the Tampa Babe team here. It was so cool. They have like these suits where I was able to borrow from one of them where they say babes. I don't know if you guys can see it. They say babe. And it was so cool because they're well known like in the Tampa Bay area. So everyone's like, go babe, go. And that was so motivating. Like, I'm so glad I wore this. And it really like lit up a fire under you, you know? Like, there were people who literally were rooting for you, strangers that would just be like, hey babe, and then other runners who were part of the Hey Babe community, Team Babe community, would just say hey babe. Like, it was so cool. Like, I loved it. I loved how united they are, how they just really push each other. Such amazing group of women, and I'm so happy I found them on Facebook. They have a group on there that I happened to stumble upon, and it's been honestly such an amazing experience. So, we did it though! Can I officially say I'm a triathlete? I'm a triathlete, baby! Anyways, now we gotta go home because my son is still sick and we are off to mommy duty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, like always, dream big, be brave, and explore life. That has always been my motto, and this is a prime example of that. You have to dream big, you have to be brave, and explore life. Try new things, you know? Who knew I would have been someone who actually completed a triathlon? Amazing. I mean, it's just amazing what we can do when we do all those things. Dream big, be brave, and explore life. So, like always, until next time. Mwah.